hello, welcome to my dungeon. I'm like an old traveler that has been on this earth for too long, even though I'm not like that old. I've lived a life already, you know? You're stressing me out. This is Thor. Say hi. I like buying things on Etsy because things on Etsy, if you find the right place, if you find the right person, it's handmade, it's personalized, it's cool, it's good quality, right? I saw this ring. I love the game Skyrim. You know, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I love Skyrim. Ever since it came out, I have been obsessed. Before then, I'd play Oblivion, found out about Skyrim, can I help you? Skyrim has been my favorite game since it has come out. And as time has passed, online there has been things like you could buy the little logo of like, oh, like you are here. Like, you know, like the, oh, travel here. I put that on my door once. You could buy like the circulets that people wear. I bought one of those. You could buy maps of Skyrim. You can do all, there's cookbooks. Like there's all this stuff and it's incredible and it's amazing and I love it. I love Skyrim, anything involving Skyrim. So you can imagine my excitement when I came across this person on Etsy who does jewelry of Skyrim circulets but as rings, and I got so excited, dude. I got so excited. I was like, oh my god, this is perfect, because I have a circulet, I have an amulet of Mara, I have outfits, I have cookbooks, I have probably a little too much, but I have it. I live in a dungeon. What do you expect? I picked out the stones that I want, I picked out the metal that I wanted, and I bought it, and I was so excited. I didn't even pay attention to where it was coming from. And so about a week later, I decided, I'm gonna check on my order. And I look, and I realized it's coming from halfway across the world. And I was thinking, you know, okay, it's fine, it's fair, it's fine. This person has like 300 sales. They have 5 stars. People, I looked at all the reviews of the rings, because sometimes you get like, oh, is this a dropshipper? Is this, you know, you never really know. You never really know. So I was like, but I looked, everything seemed to be good. And so I was like, okay, you know, it's coming from the other side of the world. It's gonna take a little bit to get to me. Right? It's gonna take a little while. 2 weeks now go by after the first week. So 3 weeks in total have gone by, right? And I look and it says that it had shipped, which was good. Shipping is good, but it was past the delivery date. And so I was a little concerned, but I was like, well, it's coming from across the world. You know, it's fine, it's okay. I'm sure it's fine. It's coming across the world. Another week goes by. Nothing. And so I am like, okay, weird. I'm gonna check. So I opened the tracking number. For context, I live in Los Angeles, California. I have lived here for like too long, but I have been here and it was weird, right? Because what ended up happening, it got shipped to California. And then from California, the California Distribution Center, it got shipped to Boise, Idaho. And then from Boise, Idaho, back to California. And then from California to Philadelphia. And then from Philadelphia to Boise, Idaho, and then from Boise, Idaho to California, and then from California to Boise, Idaho. I was like, what the heck is going on, man? Like, what, do I secretly live in Boise, Idaho? Like, what's happening? Anyway, so I contacted the seller, and I was like, hello, I noticed that this has not gotten here yet, and that's totally okay. I understand, you know, countries, but it's like it's bouncing between California and Idaho, and I don't know why. Would you know why? And the seller, bless his heart, tries to help, but he misunderstood what I said by me saying it's just going to Idaho. I don't know if he thought, I don't know, Idaho, sorry. I think he thought I was saying I was missing the package when it got to my house, and then it would go to Idaho, because he told me, oh, just stay home and then you'll get it, which was not the case. It wasn't even coming to home. It was going to California Distribution Center, whatever that is, wherever that is. California is a big place. I don't know if you've ever looked at a map. It's big. And so I respond, oh, it's not that. It's just going back and forth. I don't know what's happening. And he said, well, you just gotta wait. I've been waiting like 5 weeks, brother. I don't know what to tell you. And so then my big brain moment, right? I got one brain cell. I live in a dungeon. So one brain cell was like, what if we contacted USPS? What if we contacted them and they were able to track it? Don't know what they would do with that, because they would be like, yeah, it's going from California to Boise, and I don't know why. Anyway, what I ended up doing is I called USPS, right? This poor woman. She was so helpful. She was so kind. And you know, I'm a millennial, and so it's like I try to be as I'm so sorry. Can you please, I'm so sorry. Do you mind if I'm so sorry. Like, why are we apologizing? Is it a me thing? Maybe. So I'm talking to this lady on USPS, explaining the situation. I bought this ring, it's on Etsy. And she's like, Etsy, is that a genuine website? And I was like, yeah, yes, I think so. Is this a genuine seller? Did you get ripped off? And I was like, I don't think so. It's a genuine, yeah, I mean, he had 300 sales and like 5 stars. Like if you have 300 sales, 5 stars, like that's genuine. There's pictures. People said, oh, I love my ring. Look how beautiful, you know, like it's real, I think. She said it wasn't. She said I got scammed. And so I start panicking because the ring was pretty pricey. You know, it's like $120, $140. Like, you know, for someone who lives in a dungeon, you know, I like to treasure. I like to hoard. I'm a hoarder, but like in a good way. There is no good hoarding, sorry. So anyway, I'm trying to convince her this is not a scam, it's a real thing, it's a real package, and it's going from California to Boise to California. And I didn't know why, and she's like, well, let me look. So I tell her my name and my address and everything, and she's like, oh honey, your address isn't on this package. It's got an address to Boise, and it's gonna go there. Huh? She's like, yeah, this has gotta be a scam or some sort, but I'll try to get so she was saying how it's stuck in a loop because the address on the package is in Boise, but then it was shipped to California, but then it gets sent to Boise. None of this made sense. She was telling me I was getting scammed. The guy on Etsy was telling me to stay home so I can stop the mailman, go to my local post office, which, by the way, I live in Los Angeles. You think we have a local post office? There's like 2 on my street. Do you know how many post offices are in Los Angeles, California? A lot. So there's back and forth, and the whole time I'm trying to be, you know, polite and gentle, you know, because I know like her job sucks, and this guy, he doesn't understand what I'm saying fully. So I was just trying to be, I didn't want to be like, you're ripping me off and you're not helping me. So what I ended up doing was I was like, is there any way you could like get them to stop the package from being in a loop? Like, is there any way you could like have them look at the package, make sure my address is on it? Like, is there any way they could contact me? Like, do you know how much mail goes in the system? There's no way. But she was like, I'll contact the Boise distribution center and see if they have it. Because what happens if things get in a loop, eventually they get out of the loop and they get put in a box where people individually look at the addresses and blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, can you see if they could do that? Like, I'm sorry. She's like, no, I can try. I'm so sorry you're going through this. I was like, no, it's okay. It's not okay. But like, you know, it's okay. Like, it'll get sorted. So then I contact the guy and I'm like, hey man, this is what the USPS lady said. Is there any way that like my address didn't get put on the pack? Isn't it like at the wrong address? And he's like, no, I put it from the website. And then he sent me a picture of it. And I was like, how did you have a picture of that already? Weird, but all right. And I was like, nope, that's the right address. And so I was like, what in the world has happened? So I was like, all right, I'll give it a few more days and I'll keep you updated. Thank you for your help. And he was like, yep, let me know. And I was like, okay. So then 5 days go by and I'm like, oh yeah, the ring, I gotta look on there. I open the tracking. The angel of a USPS woman managed to get a hold of the Boise, Idaho people. My package was in Los Angeles because it was going to California Distribution Center. It wasn't Los Angeles Distribution. It was California, wherever that is. But this time it had a specific post office place in Los Angeles. I don't want to say where because I'm going to dox my dungeon, which I don't want to do, but it was there, which meant it was going to get delivered. And I was so excited. And I was like, yes, I've been waiting 5.5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. I lost count. I've been waiting. Finally, the day had come. I checked my email and it didn't say delivered, but it was en route. And I was so excited. I ran out, looked in my mailbox, nothing there. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough. So then I run back in and blah, blah, blah. And then I looked at my email and it said it delivered. And I'm like, I just checked the box. What are you talking about? And then I ran back. I missed the mailman by 2 minutes. But guess what was there? Guess what was there? The ring. The ring had made it. Finally. From across the world, being looped back and forth between freaking Idaho. What's in Idaho? Is that the potato place? Do y'all have potatoes? I don't know. I messaged the guy and I was like, hey, I got it. Great news. It's incredible. It's beautiful. The quality, perfection. And he was like, great. Glad you were home. My brother, that's not what the problem was. But it's okay. I let it go. I let it go. That's what we do. We just let things go. All right? I don't have time for that. Anyway, so here's the ring. I have it on. I wanted to wear it for, can you see? Is it focusing? Can you see? It's not focusing. Hold on. Do you see? Isn't it beautiful? Don't look at my nails and look how beautiful this is. Isn't it just beautiful? And it fits. Here's the crazy thing too. I have weird little goblin fingers, right? Little gremlin grabbers. Like anyway, I was really concerned that it wasn't gonna fit. Like it wasn't gonna, but look. perfect. Oh, what a thunk. I mean, like, because you have to send in your measurements. Like, oh, but the problem is, like, my fingers, they get really fat when I'm hot, and then they get really skinny and bony when I'm cold. But the problem is, like, I fluctuate all the time, you know? It's very difficult. Is that normal? Is that a me thing? Is that normal? So, good news. Got the ring. Looks great. Did take a while, but overall, it's great. 10 out of 10. Love Etsy. I didn't think about how to end this story, but hey, the dragon has kept her jewelry, and many more to gather. So thanks for listening to my story. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Travel safe. Goodbye.